Well, this is icing on the cake for my model, and just goes to show you that everything makes sense when you have your foundations correct. You're living inside the concave earth. There's glass in the sky. There's an electromagnetic energy emanating from the sun. And what we have here in this video, I want to talk about the zodiacal light. The zodiacal light. Now, I added that little faint band that you see going a little bit higher than that arc of the ecliptic there. And that has to do with the fact that the sun is electromagnetic, it's behind glass, and it's emanating its field lines out peripherally like that, and then they actually are converging. On the right there, you see that faint spot of illumination. That's called the Gegenschein. And so, let me share my screen here and explain to you a little bit about the zodiacal light. The zodiacal light, according to Wikipedia, is a faint, diffuse, and roughly triangular white glow visible in the night sky that appears to extend from the vicinity of the sun along the ecliptic or zodiac. It's caused by sunlight scattered by space. There's their space dust dancer. They love their space dust. It's ridiculous. In the zodiacal cloud, it is best seen during twilight and after sunset in spring and before sunrise in autumn. So they think it's space dust, totally neglecting the fact that there's glass and we're in an electric capacitor called Earth, and there's glass there, and the dielectric barrier there actually creates the caustic effect that we call zodiacal light. Here's some examples of zodiacal light, and it traces the ecliptic. It runs right alongside the ecliptic. Here's a nice one. Nice image by NASA, actually. You see that faint band that's going horizontally across there. And in the center, that's the Gegenschein. See, it's brighter in the center there. That's because that's the convergence point on the anti-solar zone opposite the sun inside the Earth. So opposite on the other side of the celestial sphere, that's where that converges there. And they will even describe it as a tail-like. So that convergence is going there, and the light is returning back to the celestial sphere, back to the octahedron. And so we see a band there. Now, the reason I say it's triangular, because like when the sun goes down, you're going to get more ambient light from the atmosphere closer toward the sun. So it looks like it's going to kind of like diminish and form a triangular shape, but actually it's really just a straight across band. And it's a caustic effect. It's electromagnetic. I mentioned this before. The Ulysses satellite was a satellite that tracked the sun's activity. And let me get this here. And this was like during 1994, 95, and then 2002, 2007, 2008. What they had noticed. Now, keep in mind, this satellite is real, but it's orbiting inside the Earth in inner space. And so it was able to notice that there was a reversal every 6 months to the sun. They call it the angle. Let's see, the tilt of the sun's rotation angle relative to the Earth plane. Relative to the ecliptic plane, with one polar region typically being tilted toward the Earth and the other away, reversing every 6 months. Well, it's just a matter of vantage point when they say tilting toward the Earth. But really what it is, it's this oscillating, rocking back and forth motion that you see here. You see that faint band? It's coinciding with the ecliptic because there's a magnetic dielectric inertial plane there. You know, we have one with the octahedron that's staying at the equator, but we also have one with the sun. So we see that zodiacal light. That's why it's happening. It's behind that glass. See that first glass there? The inner white circle? That light is, the glass is containing that light and is causing it to wrap around like that and converge toward the back. if you look at solar coronas, right, during eclipses, here, I'll pull that up here. In Photoshop, I just kind of extended that, the wings of the corona here to help you understand. This is the magnetic flux. Okay, it's emanating out like that. And so, as I told you before, the sun is not a sphere. It's a half of a sphere, and the backside is flat and dark, and we only see the front of it. And behind and the back, according to my vision and according to Beeben's vision as well, we have these collimated light rays that are hitting the back of the sun. Pull that one up here like that. This is my animation of that. And so it's a good indication, because of these field lines, these magnetic flux field lines emanating out horizontally like that, that it's obviously it's a magnet. And this guy's video, Brian Curry, has one of these ferrocells, and he puts I think they're like disc magnets, ring, but you can see the flux lines like this one. You see how this side is converging over here, and then this side is converging like that, like two onions basically. And so that's what we have with the sun. Making sense now? It's so easy to understand. And so there's going to be a convergence, obviously, on the opposite side, and that will be what they call the Gegenschein. See on the right there? The convergence area. And so that Gegenschein is behind the darkness funnel, so the moon still gets eclipsed. Remember how I talked about that's another reason why heliocentrism is just complete baloney, is because, we have this illumination zone that is anti-solar, and yet the moon gets eclipsed. And they will tell you, the Gegenschein is just interplanetary dust. They love their dust. Dust in the wind. No, that's not what's happening. The fact of the matter is that there's a darkness zone that's in front of the Gegenschein, and so the moon, because it's in front of the Gegenschein, will get eclipsed. It only works with bending light, concave Earth, glass sky, and so this is like icing on the cake. I mean, it's slam dunk. This is what's going on. What else can I show you here? I talked about that before in this video here, the Beatles and LC Concave Earth, where we have, they will even say, right here, see, we have the magnetic field lines, interplanetary magnetic fields. I mean, this is what's happening. So the sun, you got this horizontal magnetism that's emanating out laterally like that, and it creates a ring. Someone said I'm Lord of the Rings. It creates a ring, and then it converges around to the back side. And so in a heliocentric model, this doesn't even make sense. You have no return. You have no return to the magnetic field lines. Remember I talked about that, how NASA says, through some process as yet not fully understood, the sun's field must keep regenerating itself across 4.5 billion years of time. How does it do that? Well, it doesn't do that. It's simply, it's a closed circuit. It returns. And so there's a video I talk about how we only see the front of the sun. That's why we don't see the back of the sun. So, but the indications are based upon personal observation, based upon these slight little clues that help you understand that the sun has a flat back dark side. The magnetic field lines also give indications of that. And so there's my Milky Way video where I talked about the Ulysses satellite and the sun reversing every 6 months. So it's like doing this rocking back and forth motion, aligning up with the equator. Of course, there's my splitting the sky video where I help you understand that because of the bending of the light, it's going to create a dome, or not a real dome, the optical illusion of a dome where the sign of curvature of the sky reverses in on itself. So that's explained. So Gegenschein, zodiacal light, ecliptic, magnetic field lines, convergence, glass, caustics on glass. Here's another example of caustics on glass. You see how it creates the ring? It's very similar to that. The zodiacal light inside glass, glass creating this container to contain the glass and create this ring, because the sun is a magnet and it has horizontal magnetic field flow. Basically, it's a slam dunk for LSC concave Earth. So there you go. This is icing on the cake. And I just want to reiterate what I've been talking about with the precession hoax. If you are an astronomer or if you're in that community and you have knowledge, please email me so we can expose this once and for all. This is the biggest cover-up in the universe, in the world, and it's going to change the way we view things forever now. So it's just a matter of time. It's inevitable. It's a time bomb going off, because you cannot keep moving the goalposts. There is no precession to the Earth. There's no spin to the Earth, and you're living inside the Earth. Thanks for watching.